We provide department daily rentals for, like, say a professor has to go to UCLA. We have a rental fleet here of vehicles that range from Priuses to a pickup truck to a cargo van to an NEV. If they need to get around a campus one day, they come over and rent a daily rental. We also have a leasing department, which is long-term, which we lease the vehicles to the departments on campus for their support. Carpenters, plumbers, painters, landscapers, building services, custodial. They're all basically in electric vehicles. Those are the ones that are campus bound. We also run all the fuel for vehicles on campus. We're responsible for all the fuel. Including the billing of all off-site fuel. Say you get a credit card and you get fuel up in LA, we're still responsible for that process of getting that fuel billed and getting it paid. We also run a repair center here for approximately 900 vehicles total that range from a golf cart all the way up to a full transit bus. We have two crews. We have the day crew that concentrates basically on light duty vehicles, pickups, trucks, and then I have two guys that work on the electric vehicles, the NEVs and industrial carts. Then I have a night crew that comes in and they just totally concentrate on the transit buses. There's 42 of them that run on campus. I don't know what the correct figure is, but during the academic year, they're transporting probably 17 to 20,000 people a day. The transit department. What else do we do? We do all accident investigations, all reporting of vehicle accidents, procuring of the repairs, and the billing of all the repairs. Plus we keep about $160,000 inventory for parts. So we also have a parts department here on site.
We also handle EPAC, facilitate EPAC reporting.
And greenhouse gas reporting.
Okay.
It's funny because all the greenhouse gas reporting, I guess every time I see the big pie on our greenhouse gases from UCSD, the very strange part is we're only a sliver in this pie,
right.
But we're making probably the hugest effort because I think the reason why is we're probably the most visible.
Our repair facility is a model green
It's a model green shop. That's from the Department. It's actually there's a certificate
Department
up there.
of Toxic Substances Control.
And what that means is it's in this presentation. It didn't give it all, but you can go to the website. I think it's in there, and it tells you that we plugged all our drains. We do use waterless. What means of cleaning our floor? We have we don't use solvents anymore. We have
use
re-refined oil.
Re-refined oil.
We're recycling all our oil, antifreeze, gear lube. It's all gone. We've all gone to re-refined.
Retread tires.
Recapping tires is another one.
Now those you send out to a certain manufacturer.
Yeah, Bandag does our
And they give the product right back to you directly?
yes.
Nice.
Yes, they do.
Okay.
We do all vehicle purchasing, and the policy's just gone into effect that no vehicles can be purchased. I'm hoping it's going to go into effect. It's gone through its first approval process. I was co-author of the policy that anything on campus that's bought vehicle-wise has to come across my desk to be approved, and it has to be exhausted all possibilities of having a sustainable vehicle. So, I mean, it's going to be costing the university a little bit more money because we're putting in a CNG station. As soon as that station's done, we're already looking at, CNG pickups, CNG vans. So I do all vehicle specking too. In fact, when you walked in, I'm writing specs for a very new bus. It's a bus is an all-electric bus, and it's got a turbine, a jet turbine in the back that turns the generator that we are configuring. It's never been done in design line in the United States. We're making them build it so it runs on compressed natural gas. This turbine is going to run on compressed natural gas. But I'm just getting done with writing the option sheets and the main specs because I have to go back to North Carolina and meet with them next week. So we're getting 5 of these on the offset, and if they work out and we get the correct funding, we're probably going to be getting 35 more, and that'll be his 40 bus fleet. I have a station in planning if we get the grant funding to build it, but what it is it's a fast charger that will take you from 30% in your batteries back up to 85% in about 20 minutes. It just dumps it in. So you can use this cart all day long as you can plug it into one of these fast chargers midday. It also gets into, I think I did change this.
What are you talking about here? 220 volts?
This is 208 3-phase.
208 3-phase.
And it pumps out anywhere from 24 volts to 96 volts DC at over 100 amps. But it's got a computer in it, and a logarithmic computer. So it sends as a pulse into the battery pack, and it receives what's coming back. Mm-hmm. So it might jump 100 amps in for 1 or 2 minutes, and then as soon as it senses something back, it'll trim it back to 30. It actually knows what the batteries can take without damaging the batteries. You pump 100 amps into a battery for 20 minutes, you're going to kill a battery.
Yeah.
So this thing kind of senses it and trims it back. But I've actually been out there and timed them, and it's about 20 minutes. And they can go from 30% up to 85%.
Do you have to do anything special to the cooling system for the batteries?
No.
Or
We run all AGM batteries too.
Yeah.
So they're safer. We're finding they're pretty forgiving. And if you compromise, you get in an accident or anything like that, that you have no spillage at all, that you compromise a case and you don't have it. The biggest thing is it cuts down on corrosion. You don't have maintenance at the posts and stuff.
Right.
There's absolutely no corrosion. And we had a case where a car, before Greg got here, right up here, she pulled out right in front of a car, and the car hit her, knocked the car over, and she pinned her. And I got to the scene, and I'm seeing smoke, and then I see the girl laying there, and then I see battery acid. Compromised the battery, was leaking on the girl. Right. I mean, I got her out, we got her hosed off. She didn't have any burns, and actually she didn't get injured. She just got knocked up a little bit. But boy, was that a wake-up call. Here you're going to have all these 300, we got over 300 electric vehicles on campus, and they all have flooded batteries. The risk of one of those getting turned over and creating a spill was just too much for me. So
it will happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why everything that we do now is AGM.